Prepare yourselves, get a coffee, get a coffee. We're going to talk about all things that have changed in 2023 so far. It's going to be so good. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So we had a very busy week here. If you saw my last video, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of things happening. I wanted to talk about my 2023 planners and what's changed. In addition to that, I also want to have another video just talking about planning style, how to find the right planner for you, and the process it takes to actually just find something that works for you, right? My channel is about helping you plan your life, organize your life. If you are a working mom, a caregiver, you are a stay-at-home mom, you have a busy life, and you need to manage appointments, life, work, and schedules, meal planning, everything else, then this is the channel that you may want to stick around for. I also have just real conversations regarding my life as a caregiver, wife, mom. There's a lot going on there, right? So I wanted to have this conversation first because I think this is the first thing that should be talked about, is my 2023 planner lineup and what's changed. So initially, when you saw my planner lineup, you saw the Traveler's Notebook, which is absolutely stunning, beautiful. She has all the marks, everything. I love her. I love looking at her. And I really think that when I find a purpose for her, or when I am at a stage in my life that I don't need to kind of worry about so many different things, I may have time for her. And I'm going to explain how I was using her. I'm going to show like a couple of pages and explain why I kind of put her to the side. I still want to keep her in my planner vault, which means like if it's a planner I really love, I keep it because I will never know if I want to come back to it. I could change my mind. I could feel like I want a Traveler's Notebook again. So I keep beloved planners that I love in my drawer or my planner vault, and I have it there because whenever I want to use it again, it's right there. So what has changed? First of all, let's just say this out in the open now. My Hobonichi weeks and my Hobonichi cousin is not going anywhere. What has been added to my lineup has been this beautiful hemlock and oak graph bullet journal. And I know you've watched several videos that I've shared. And if you haven't, they're in the bullet journal playlist on my channel. But this is a bullet journal that I basically got from hemlock and oak because I wanted to have something creative in my planning system. I wanted to be able to kind of play around with the fact that if I want to create a bullet journal or a journal where I can have created spreads regarding social media or my books that I'm reading, then that's something I really want to kind of explore and experiment with. And I thought that seeing reviews upon hemlock and oak, besides the fact that they are a sustainable brand. And for me, that's really, really important right now. And I really appreciate that. So I wanted to create something where I can actually just kind of really get into kind of creating artistic spreads, creating spreads that are representation of who I am, and really just kind of playing around with different types of layouts. Really kind of pushing myself as a planner, as a creative, in terms of giving me ideas to share content. And I really love this planner. And I definitely know for a fact that I do want to have a bullet journal going into 2024. Now, right now I'm using it as social media, but I also kind of want to add in a reading section in this planner. And I really just love what she is doing for me. I love that I can go in this weekly and kind of write what I did. And it's also like a way for me to see how the year went when it came to content creation. And the paper is absolutely stunning. It is thick paper. Let me just share. So this is one sheet of paper. It is thick and I love it. It's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. I love kind of flipping through pages. I love writing what I did, and it's a good way to kind of keep my creative juices flowing. So I love this planner bullet journal. Now I have my two planners here. You see this one every single week when I create a weekly spread, unless I am sick or something happens, but Most of the time I try to share my weekly spread, and then I talk about life and what's going on and why I'm planning this way or how I feel, because I think it's a valid part of planning. It's also a good way for me to kind of go back and reflect on what's happened throughout the year. So for me, this encompasses so much. So right here is where I am sharing the most important things. So this is where I write down the task for the day, the main thing I need to accomplish, whether it's paying a bill, whether it's going to the supermarket, whether it's garbage day, the dentist, anything at all, half a school day, snow day, anything. It's going to go right on this side. Then I have a daily running log. So basically, anytime I accomplish something, I am going to write it here. This is very different from my task list, and I will explain that. But this is basically anything I do during a specific day, I will write it down. And then when it's accomplished, I will put a line through it. If it's not accomplished, there is no line through it, and I have to move it over to the next week. And I know this because I have a system in place for me that works. On this side here, I like to keep track of all my trackers: sleep, mood, meals, and then just weekly tasks of movement, spending, expenses, because I have an expense tracker. And then on top of that, my bowel movements, because I do suffer from IBS and I need to see what food triggers or if anything triggers it. So I always keep a track of my food, and it's the way that it has been working for me every week. It's easier for me to track every week, and I can look from week to week what's working. In addition to that, the last area here are my tasks. So I have a set of weekly tasks that I would like to accomplish. It could be going to the supermarket. It could be doing things such as bill payments, my mother's bills, managing finances, anything to do with my son, his school, any meetings that I got to go to, any phone calls I need to take. Anything that's really important is going to go on this side, and it's a task list that is already planned. I am planning all the things I need to accomplish for this week. And when it gets accomplished, I put a line through it. This is very different than a daily log, because basically what I do every day, I write it down. But this is done on Sundays after I create my video. I literally have to flip through the week before and then see what wasn't accomplished, what do I need to do. So in addition to that, the way I come up with this task list is that I will flip to the month. And basically I will see, okay, what appointments do I have? What payments do I have? What do I have to take care of this month? And I look week through week, and then I technically go from that week and then create my task list. And there are certain things that I do want to do in the house because I do work from home. I do take care of my parents. There's a lot of things that need to be managed in terms of cleaning, in terms of laundry, in terms of organization, in terms of medication. These are weekly things that I am on top of because I need to be. So for me, that is something important. In the back area of my planner, and there's only certain pages that I can share because obvious reasons, I have a specific index, goals tracker, debt tracker, cycle, passwords, things like that. So I also have a section for notes from 2022. So this is an example of my expenses for January. This is something I am keeping track of. I have to go back, look in my phone, look on my bank app, and basically run through my expenses. And this is all the expenses I am going through, right? And then I'm trying to go to a page that doesn't share like anything. And then after that, what I basically do, if there's anything really, really important, I will write the date. I will also write what was so important that I need to write down here. And then any notes, any task, any numbers, any names, any addresses will go in this section, which is why I really don't show the back. So in the back, I do have a pen test section, and basically I will write down everything that I own. I have my inks that I love, and I really do love my fountain pens. I think they are beautiful, and whenever I feel like feeling fancy, I will put it in my bullet journal. I will put it in my Hobonichi, and I know, yes, I have to wait a couple of seconds, but you know what? That's what I want to do. And if you are someone who uses a fountain pen, then that is the process, and I think the process is what it is. It's enjoying your time planning. And if you want to plan using a ballpoint pen, a gel pen, a fountain pen, a pencil, a blue pen, you can do whatever you want. It's your planner, right? You have to be happy with your planner. And every time I look at my planner, I am so happy with her. So this is like my desk planner. This is my life planner, everything planner. So if I'm on a phone call, usually what happens is I get a phone call, right? And it'll be either with my mother's doctors, it'll be with, you know, someone I'm speaking to, and it'll say like, oh, when was the last time you did this? Or when was the last time you did that? This is what this section is for. And for me, and I'm going to go into explaining like how to pick the perfect planner for you video, but when I need to look for something, I do have to kind of flip through every page and find what I'm looking for. So that is the only thing I would say that would be a little difficult in your Hobonichi weeks. So here we are. Here is the index. If there's anything really, really important, you are going to write it down here. You want to make sure that you write whatever it is down, because this is where you are going to look, and then you could go either in the weekly or you could go in your notes and then kind of flip over the month to find that specific detail. This is something really important, and I think a lot of people kind of tend to use it as mood trackers and you know, fitness trackers and what exercises they did. But really, when you break it down, the best way for me to use it, if I want to find something really important, is to write whatever it is. I'm still tracking my mood. Fell off. Still tracking my mood, but I will write what happened, because if I need to refer back to it, then I can go back in my notes. Or if I need to find out, hey, when was my son's last appointment? When did my mom do this? When did my dad do this? I can see it here. Very simple. So she is still here. She's still going strong. I absolutely love her. This cover is from Sojourner, and it is a beautiful cover in the leather Solomon, and I love it. And you see her every week, right? She pops in. Then there is my Hobonichi cousin. She is just my memory keeper and my journal. And this is where I will bring up my traveler's notebook before I show you what's in here. So what I notice is with this traveler's notebook, she is absolutely stunning. Love her. And I love seeing like traveler's notebook flips and spreads. I think they're beautiful. And here is my spread, right? My handwriting is my handwriting. I love it either way. It's me. And I really wanted to capture my daily gratitude, which I started doing in my journal anyway. And then I wanted to use these days for like a daily gratitude, right? Then I flip over, all cute stuff. Love it. Obsessed. Love this. Obsessed. This is why I said I won't take out these inserts, because they're just gorgeous, right? And then anything else here, I write that's important, of course. And then here goes my weekly, right? So these are my weekly spreads. And basically what I'm doing is kind of rewriting what happens on that day. Literally in the mornings, I have about 2 hours for myself, or at most 3 for myself, to shower, to take care of my skin, to have some time to listen to the word, listen to Christian music, you know, kind of put on my energy necklace, things like that, flip through my cards, my oracle, things like that. And then I have about an hour or so to plan. So when I start breaking down how much time I have to plan, I need to be very specific with what planners I'm using in that amount of time and how long it takes for me to plan in each one. So this one is about maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most. This one is about 5 to 10 minutes at most. This one is 5 minutes because it's literally a copy of this, and it's just for me to look over appointments and times to see when I'm available. And then this one is the one that takes me the longest. Reason being is because it's my memory keeper and it is my journal all at the same time. So here goes the cover. She is gorgeous. I am obsessed with her. Love her. Here is a sample of my monthly spread. Again, I think it's very important that I write down when appointments are, when I have to do certain things, because that also dictates how I feel that day. Like if it was a very stressful day filled with like 3 appointments, I need to figure out, oh my God, what was happening that day? Why did I feel that way? And if I look back in the monthly, oh, my mom had radiation, right? Wow, that correlates. So basically what I did was take the spread and really kind of created it the way I was doing it last year. This is how I completely did it last year, right? I wrote down the task I did. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, if I'm doing memory keeping and my goal is memory keeping, this has to change. I loved how I did it. I have Mr. and Mrs. Mint stickers, the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers. I have, you know, different stickers here, the style planner, just from everywhere, right? Paper shower stickers. I have beautiful, beautiful stickers from various sticker shops. And I wanted to go ahead and kind of figure out, is this how I want to use it? Is this not how I want to use it? So with that being said, I have this new format, and this is basically what I do. I write little blurbs, attach a sticker, a feeling, a moment, and I will go ahead and write it down, and that's how I am using that. Then when it comes to the journal, I am only going to flip over, basically because you can literally see the writing. My writing takes up about half a page. So I will write down like a brief like schedule or something really important that I did, but I'm not doing it to repeat what I did during my daily because I already have my Hobonichi weeks for that. So basically I'm just writing real in-depth journals about how I feel, what I went through that day, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, reflecting on what happened the day before, and that's what's written here. So I do have my word of the year, which is progress, and that's what I'm working towards. And then I had like a little blurb here to start off my year, set the intention, and really focus on what I want to focus on. And basically I've been writing, and writing. So I do use this every single day to journal. This is the one that I spend the most time on, and I really love it. So lastly, we've all seen this. We've seen the flip. I love this planner, and I love it because it is customized. I customize it with, and I will show you, but I customized it with different things if you haven't seen the flip. So I have a tracker here, right? I have trackers, I have the yearly calendar, I have appointments there. And then I have like, you know, places I traveled, basically different spreads here, vitals, trackers here. So I have my, let's see, my bills, what I pay for, what I take care of in terms of doctors and things like that. My cycle tracker, my workout tracker, which has been looking very bare, must I say, my reading tracker, things like that. And then it goes into my weekly spreads, right? And this is an example of a weekly spread that I have here. Here's another example of a weekly spread. So literally, this is something that I have here, and it's very, very basic. This is the one that goes to the doctors. If I really wanted to be bare minimum, I could literally just take this out, take this, stick it in my purse, and when they say, hey, does your mom have availability in March, I could flip over to the month and literally say, let me check my calendar. I can literally fit this little thing in my purse if I choose not to take this, right? This is like my archive planner. This is my planner that I love looking at and kind of flipping through the pages and looking at my stickers. This one, I really just don't care if it gets messed up because it is a calendar planner, and all I'm really doing is just checking if dates are open, and then I will write down briefly what am I doing in the week, because if it's a weekly like appointment in the same week, I have to check, is there anything else happening in the week? That's why I have a weekly, but that's it. So really, I'm not trying to overwhelm myself much with, you know, planners. So that is what's changed. And let me tell you something. I am super duper happy. So when I look at my main stack, these are the 3 that I am using every single week and daily at times. And this one I did purchase. So this planner right here is absolutely gorgeous. You want a neutral planner with like verticals, this may be the planner for you. It can be used like a Hobonichi weeks. You could keep it like a memory keeper. If that's all you want to do is memory keeping and you don't want to journal, this is the planner. You want to write some goals, this is the planner. Then in the back, what I also did was kind of, you know, do like, I did like basically a catch-all planner. I was trying to do a catch-all planner in this planner, and I quickly realized, even though I can go to the back and look at notes and look at expenses and look at, you know, important dates and documents and things like that in the back, I really wanted something more customizable, and that's why I opted to get disc again, because when I was in disc, that was the catch-all planner for me. That was everything for me, and you will see it pop up in my videos. You will see it pop up in my posts. And what I like about what I do is that I use various types of planners. Right now, yes, I am really into book bound planning, as you can tell, because I have Hobonichis, I have a hemlock and oak, and a moleskin. And the reason I saw the moleskin was because of planning with Aloe, but I really wanted it. All these planners are planners I wanted. All these planners are planners I love. They taught me something. They are teaching me something. They are here for me to figure out what I need to do with my life. And then at the end of the day, I chose to buy them because I wanted them and I wanted to see if it worked. And the beauty of it is, if it doesn't work, you know that it doesn't work for you. You don't have to repurchase it again. You can either give it to a family member who really is into planning. So I can literally say, hey, do you want this planner? And just take out the pages that I use and they will take it. So for me, you know, it's not such a big ordeal. Or I can literally take out the pages that I use, shred them, and then appropriately recycle what I am using, because I don't believe in wasting paper, and do what I need to do. But at the end of the day, I buy what I buy because I want it. I love it. I see it on social media and I get ideas and I'm like, this is a great idea. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, that's great. And I was able to find out, like, this is cute to have, like, if I want to write anything extra, this is just going to be like a notebook for me. And I'll use it when I use it. It's not going to be something that I'm planning in every single day, every single week. It's not going to happen. I already know that. This, everyone followed me basically because of this planner. This is my pocket planner. Everyone was loving the pocket planner. It's so cute. It's so small. It's so amazing, right? I love her. And I can't say I'm never going to go back to pocket planning. But the fact of the matter is that my circumstances and my life have changed. And I am now managing 3 adults and their lives. It's not my life only that I'm managing with appointments and bills and finances and doctors. It's 3 other people besides me. So they're all adults. And for me, this unfortunately is not going to take everything I need in my life right now and really do what I needed to do. So that's why I said, I love this planner. I've used this planner. I've tried using this planner. I will hop in this planner when I want to flip through pages, but I can't use it right now because I'm not in the stage in my life where I can just use this. I need something larger, something bigger, something a little more permanent. Like if I do need to go back and really look and reference something, then I have a book-bound system to do that, and that is okay. And I think, you know, that's the beauty of planning, and I love it. I love being able to have options and get ideas, and I love that we can inspire others and really kind of figure out our own paths, our own style, our own ways, and share what we love about planning, whether you're creative, whether you're someone who just loves pen, paper, and markers. And you know what? I'm going to be using my catch-all planner with just pen, paper, and Tombow markers because it is a catch-all planner, and I hope in getting it and using it at this point in my life, you all who are in a position similar to me, whether you are a caregiver or a guardian, you get to figure out how this process works along with me. And I'm hoping in sharing that you can learn something. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was a long one. So I really, really, really appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, my community. Let's have a chat in the conversation, in the comments, or you can follow me on social media to see more of my spreads, my pictures. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.